top-rated books according to users on Goodreads. The book, written in my own heart's blood, is about the love story of time-traveling 20th century doctor Claire Randall and her 18th century husband, Scottish Highlander Jamie Fraser. It contains elements of historical fiction, romance, adventure, and fantasy. The Return of the King is the third volume of John Ronald Reuel Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings, following The Fellowship of the Ring and The Two Towers. Tolkien's trilogy are some of the best fantasy books you absolutely must read, if you haven't already. The Hunger of the Gods is the second volume of John Gwynne's fantasy novel, after The Shadow of the Gods. The books are set in a brand new Nordic-inspired world, full of myths, magic, and revenge, and begin a new epic fantasy saga that has become a bestseller instantly. Walk Through Walls, a memoir, is a moving biography, adventurous and simply entertaining, the story of the author's exceptional artistic career and spiritual transformation. The Midwife of Auschwitz is inspired by an incredible true story. This poignant novel tells of one woman's fight for love, life, and hope during a time of unimaginable darkness. This is an extremely poignant story that will move the most hardy reader. Titas Wrath is an American science fiction novel, classified as a space opera by James S.A. Corey. It is the 8th volume in the Expanse series. Desperation in Death is a gripping thriller in which homicide detective Eve Dallas must confront a conspiracy of exploitation and evil. New York Times best-selling author Nora Roberts takes us to 2061, where the action of this sad and dramatic story takes place. Sierra 6 is an action-packed and gripping spy thriller. Crooked Kingdom is a sequel to the phenomenal Six of Crows. It is a fantasy novel written by Leigh Bardugo. The plot, as in the first part, is unpredictable. More than once, the author uses some tricks to confuse the reader, which is a good idea, because this way she constantly surprises us with something. Warlord is another volume in the Viking Wars series, which is amazing. The story of Uhtred of Bebbanburg is detailed to the smallest detail. The author's style is undeniably masterful, as evidenced, among other things, by the battle descriptions. The fiction fits perfectly into the historical plots. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows is the final 7th part of the Harry Potter series. J.K. Rowling spectacularly reveals the answers to many of the questions so eagerly awaited. A Court of Mist and Fury is the second volume of the adventures of the main character, Fair. The book deserves interest from lovers of fantasy literature. It is an intriguing, well-written, and very intelligently constructed story, the exploration of which is excellent entertainment and forward fun. Fourth Wing tells the story of the brutal, elite world of the military academy for dragon riders by best-selling author Rebecca Yarros. The Running Grave is the 7th volume of an epic crime series, filled with anxiety and great emotion to continue the fate of Robin and Strike. Reverse, from the best-selling author of the Ravenhood trilogy, comes a angsty, steamy journey filled with love, loss, and self-discovery. A Words of Radiance is an epic novel written by Brandon Sanderson. It continues the engrossing fantasy epic begun by The Way of Kings. Goodreads users rated it as the best book they have read.